all, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Marin and today's video is going to be my overdue February favorites. So let's go ahead and get into it. If you watched my channel updates video that I posted back in January, you will know that instead of doing reading recaps each month, I am going to be filming monthly favorites. However, I did not film one for January because I spent basically the entire month of February trying to get over a very persistent cold. So this is going to be the first one of 2025. I am going to include my favorite books from January in this video. We'll put them at the end. But basically, I am going to break this video down into 3 categories. So I will have bookish favorites, beauty favorites, and miscellaneous favorites, which are going to kind of be like things that I've been doing to entertain myself or random things that don't fit in either books or beauty. So that's how we're going to do this. And then again, I will put January's book favorites at the end just to kind of let you know what my 5 stars were from January. So let's go ahead and get into it with my bookish favorites from February. In February, I had 2 5-star reads. The first one was In an Absent Dream by Shauna McGuire, which was the 4th book in her Wayward Children series. And this one was a very whimsical, fantasy-based book. If you are not familiar with this book series, it follows children who stumble through doorways into magical worlds. The magical world in this case was the Goblin Market, and I just really liked the way this story was put together and how it was written. I just thought it was very whimsical, very beautiful, and the ending had me feeling very sad for the main character, and I just really liked this one. It is my favorite installment of the series thus far, so that is my first bookish favorite. The second book is a nonfiction book. It's called The Quiet Damage, QAnon and the Destruction of the American Family. It was written by Jesslyn Cook. I did talk about this one in a vlog, so I'll link that up above. But basically, this is a look at the QAnon conspiracy pit, if you will, and how everyday people have kind of fallen victim to this. I really enjoyed the look at it, although I don't want to say it was an enjoyable book. I felt like it was very well written, very easy to read, and she did her best to really kind of explain why people are believing what QAnon believes. So I would recommend that one if it sounds interesting at all. But again, you can check out that vlog for more thoughts. But that was my other 5-star read from February. This last one is not actually a book, but instead it is a reading journal. So I did pick up the Novel Companion Ultra from Little Inklings Design this year to track my reading for 2025. So here is the cover. I really like this one. It does not have weekly spreads, which is something that I do not want and cannot stay up with. This one has a monthly spread and then various different ways to track your reading. I will link you in the description box to her video where she walks you through it, but I have been using this now since the end of January and I do really enjoy this. I don't stay up to date as well as I should, but it is very easy to go back through and put all of my reading in. One thing I really like, at the back we have places to track like reviews, so I've been printing the book covers off and just putting very general thoughts. And then each month does have a TBR page and then a wrap-up page. So I'm going to go ahead and insert a photo right here so you can see my February wrap-up page. You can obviously play around with this and do different things with how you want it to look. This is just what I've decided to do. And then I will put January's page again at the end of this video when I talk about January's book. So this is my last little bookish love for February. Now let's go ahead and move on into February's beauty favorites. So if you are a newer subscriber to my channel, you may not know that I was doing beauty related content on my channel when I first started it. I stopped doing that towards the middle of 2024 and I'm not carrying that into 2025, but I do still want to mention shout out products if I happen to have them, and I have 3. to share with you for February. So first of all, I do have wavy, very difficult to manage hair, and I have been looking for an easy product that will give me waves but not take forever and a lot of messing about with. And I think I found it, so I want to mention it in case anyone else out there is riding the wavy hair struggle bus. So I picked up this mousse. This is the Herbal Essences Curl Boosting Mousse. It looks like this. I got it from Target, and I put this on wet hair and scrunch it in, and this is what I get. So I do have to do a little bit of like frizz control for second day hair, but I use like a hair oil, but this has been amazing. It doesn't leave my hair feeling crunchy or gross. I don't have to diffuse my hair, which takes for me like over an hour for my hair to dry. I let it air dry. This has been a game changer and I am very excited. So I do not want to forget to mention this because this has definitely made my hair styling journey a little bit easier. The next item is a skincare item, and that is from the brand Prequel. I have been kind of going through and trying a bunch of different products from them, but this one deserves a shout out. This is their Multi-Quench Plumping Hydration Serum. It comes in this blue bottle. I have been using this since early February, and I'm still only like right here. You only need like a couple pumps of it. This is great if you have combo to oily skin, because for me, this is enough as a moisturizer. So I can put this on, put my sunscreen on over top, and be good to go. If you have drier skin, you'll probably want to layer a few more products on, but if you're combo oily, this is a good one. Very lightweight, it sinks in, it gives you a bit of a glow, which I really like, and I've been really enjoying this. I also have this like itchy patch that shows up on my neck a lot of the time, and this has helped kind of soothe that a little bit, so definitely a standout in my routine. I've been using it every day now, and I really like it. I'm definitely going to repurchase, and I just wanted to give a shout out because this one's pretty cool. And the final beauty product is a lip product. This is the Tower 28 Lip Softy Treatment. Mine is in the shade Red Bean Mochi. I think it was seasonal, I don't know, but they come in this squeeze tube, and I'm really liking this. It's not sticky, it gives a nice wash of color, and I have a really hard time with lip glosses because they tend to be really sticky or they'll transfer and kind of make a mess. This one doesn't do that. It's hydrating. I really like it. Now, in my opinion, you don't need to pay this kind of price for a lip product. I managed to get it on sale when I bought something else from them, but I did want to give it a shout out because it is really pretty. I really like the color. I'll go ahead and show you just on my hand what it kind of looks like. It's very easy to wear, and again, it just gives a nice wash of color, and yeah, it's really nice. I keep saying that word, but that's a good descriptor of it. I really am enjoying it. It's very easy to just put on and go. You could throw it in your purse, whatever. I don't wear a lot of lip products, so for me to give this one a shout out probably tells you that I am indeed enjoying it. Now let's go on into the final category, which is my miscellaneous favorites for February. So first off, I am going to mention a show that I've been watching. This is not a new show. I talked about this in my last vlog, I think, but I have gone back and started rewatching Dark Shadows. This was a TV show or a soap opera that ran from the late 60s into the early 70s, and it follows a family, the Collins family, who live in a big house at the edge of a village which is named after their family, Collinsport, and they live in Collinwood. It's got some supernatural elements. As it goes, it gets into like the more famous plotline, which is Barnabas the vampire. So if you watch the movie based on this show, you'll know that, but the beginning does not have him. He doesn't come in until like episode 300 or something. So I started at the very beginning. These are just very kind of funny, maybe a little cringy, but I'm really enjoying going back through and watching them. I'm hoping to actually complete the entire series, if you will. Obviously, this was a soap opera, so there are a lot of episodes. There are over 1,200. I am currently on like episode 80 or something, but I am really having a fun time just watching this. It's kind of mindless TV that doesn't take itself, well, I mean, it takes itself pretty seriously, but it shouldn't really, because it is very It's very of its time. Let's say it's black and white at the start. You do get color episodes as it goes on, and I'm just enjoying it. It's kind of a nice way to turn my brain off, so I wanted to give a shout out to that. The next thing I've really been enjoying is Animal Crossing Pocket Camp Complete. So this is the complete version of the game that used to run on different devices up until the end of last year. It had a very transactional aspect. If you weren't willing to pay real money, you weren't going to be able to get all of the different items. They've taken that out of the equation with this new one, and you just have to kind of complete seasonal goals, and then eventually you will have a chance to pick up all of the different items, which I really like. If you are unfamiliar, it is very similar to Animal Crossing in general. You have a campsite in this case that you can design and make look the way you want to, and you invite the different animals into your campsite. You complete tasks for them, you answer requests that they might have. It's just very low stakes, stress-free, which I really enjoy. If you would like to add my character into your game, you can scan the QR code that is on the screen right now, and you will see me popping up at KK's concerts. All right, so that completes February's favorites. Now let me go ahead and just talk very briefly about January's favorites. So in January, I did have 2 5-star reads. The first one was Games Untold, which is a collection of novellas set in the Inheritance Games series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I just really liked these. They were a lot of fun to read. They focused on different characters, and I had a good time with it. So if you are a fan of the series, I would recommend it. I would also recommend that you read it before The Grandest Game, which is not what the author says, but for me, I think it works better. So just wanted to throw that one out there. I liked this one a lot, 5 stars. But my favorite book of January was Migrations by Charlotte McConaughey. This one was kind of like a dystopian, sci-fi, futuristic book that follows a woman who has a goal to follow the migration of what she believes are the last living Arctic terns. And it was very beautifully written. Highly recommend this one, and I'm looking forward to reading more from her. So to close out, here is a look at my January reading recap, because I said that I would do that. And again, that is from the Little Inklings reading journal. So there you go. That concludes my February favorites. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you would like to see more from me. If you made it to the end of the video and would just like to leave me an emoji to show that you were here, you can leave me a heart emoji for my favorites. And otherwise, I will see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.